Well, a busy Monday would kick off this week's episode, so let's get started. We head first to Lee Field for some Wellesley softball, as the Raiders have been able to find their offense, but have had some tough competition to face already in this season. That would continue here, as unbeaten Norwood, sitting atop the Herget division, would be their next challenge. Bottom first, with a runner on second, Olivia Hunter drives a grounder to Alyssa Chamberlain, but Chamberlain's throw cannot be handled, and Shannon Chafers scores all the way from second, put Wellesley up early, 1-0. But top second Mustangs answer right back. With the bases juiced, Erin Murphy drives the pitch from Olivia Hunter to right field, stands in with a 2-run RBI double, and Mustangs hold a 2-1 edge. But the Raiders rally in the bottom of that second. Jessica Haar lifts a perfect sac fly to left, scoring Taylor McLennan. And then Linny Young clutch ropes it into left field, and two more Raiders come across. Young, with the 2 RBI stand-up double, gives Raiders back the lead here, 4-2. But the top of the third would be the game changer here for the Mustangs, as they quickly take back the lead here, 5-4, but are just getting things started here as Emily Bonacurso makes it 7-4 Norwood with yet another 2-run scoring double. By the time Wellesley is able to get out of this jam, they find themselves down 10-4. Bottom third, things get a little confusing here as Emily Goldenthal gets the sacrifice fly, and Sam Simon tags up for Wellesley's 5th run. But Mustangs say Simon didn't tag up and appeal to third base. And so as I hear someone yell out, which apparently wasn't the ump, so thanks for that. So originally, as I thought it was 10-4 still, well, there's still 2 out. Wellesley's now down 10-5, and I think it goes without saying we need a scoreboard here. So still with runners on first and second, Elizabeth Dew does her job and drives the pitch right back up the middle. Wellesley's deficit is now 10-6. But the Mustangs add 2 more in the 5th and 3 more runs in the 6th. So Norwood stays unbeaten as Wellesley would still look for their first win. Final here, Norwood 15, Wellesley 6. Raiders would get that first win, though, on the road at Milton on Wednesday. Saying their offense was on fire would be the understatement of the season, as they would scorch Milton for 26 runs. So next week, the Raiders will have a 4-game home stretch. And so Wellesley will look to keep their offense rolling and hopefully have some good weather. So staying with Monday, we head to Sprague Field as boys lacrosse will be taking care of their non-league matchup with the Burlington Red Devils, having to postpone this game earlier in the month. Coming in at 3-4, Wellesley walking away with a win here today would be top priority. Down 2-1 early in this opening frame, Cutterhoff finds Grant Kasikis, who makes a fantastic spin move and grounds it into the net for the sweet finish. We're tied at 2 apiece. This would continue to be a tight battle here on the turf as the Raiders and Red Devils would keep trading goals. So with just under 20 seconds remaining to this first, Cutterhoff buries yet another equalizer, and it's 5-5 heading in to the second. Great team passing here by the Raiders sparks another tying score here as Michael Bones goes sidearm with the top shelf goal. We're locked in at 7-7. Cutterhoff then with yet another assist here as Scott Westerman goes high-low to give Raiders a 1-goal advantage, 8-7. But that quickly changes as Red Devils answer right back with back-to-back scores by Danny Blase and Riley Gilberg. Burlington heads into the half, up by only 1 goal here, 9-8. But as we fast forward to the 4th and final quarter, Burlington still holds the lead here, 11-9, looking to hold on to that 2-goal advantage in these final 12 minutes. But what a great game we have here as this final frame. It's Wellesley who has all the answers. Less than a minute ticks away and off a costly turnover, Chase Connolly feeds it ahead to TJ Maley. Maley dekes and whips it past goalie Michael Davison. Finding the back of the net, Raiders are now down 11-10. After scoring a few key goals already back in the first half, Griffin Morgan in this quarter would be downright clutch. Morgan, without hesitation, drains the clutch equalizer. But with just over 6 minutes left, Griffin Morgan would then bury the go-ahead score here, making it 12-11 Raiders. And as Burlington can't find another equalizer of their own, as the Raiders' D stands their ground, Morgan's goal would end up being the game winner. Just a fantastic, hard-fought game here by Wellesley as they kept fighting back, coming in firing and finding the back of the net to pull off a key come-from-behind win over Burlington. The Raiders pull away with a nail-biter here. Raiders 12, Red Devils 11. So girls lacrosse would be at Sprague for one of their few home games of the season on this bitter cold Tuesday divisional match. Already facing the challenge of a very tough schedule to open up the season, including losing to powerhouses Notre Dame Academy and Cohasset. Now at 1-3, the Raiders would be more than happy to face a familiar division opponent, the Milton Wildcats. Looking to jump out to a big lead early on, that's exactly what Wellesley does here, attacking the net from the very start. Sophie Vernon dishes out her third assist. It's a perfect one to the cutter, Maddie Balter, whose second score of this opening half makes it 5-0 Wellesley, just like that. So Milton's defense, or lack thereof, will be in for a long game. Goals by Caitlin Tchaikovsky and Kylie Noonan would quickly make it 8-1 Raiders. And in the closing seconds of this first half, Grace Ahonen on the restart would give Raiders a very comfortable 10-goal lead here, going in to the second, up 12-2. A running clock for the next 25 minutes if Wellesley can hold on to this double-digit lead is also not bad either. As Raiders' offense may be on fire, but it's 39 degrees on the turf. So with a big lead here, the starters would get some much-needed rest on the bench. Brooke Baker takes advantage of this right away for Wellesley, scoring back-to-back goals to open up this second. And now down 14-2, the Wildcats ain't erasing this big deficit, that's for sure. Wellesley would easily crush Milton 16-3 for the final here, as Wellesley needed that team win, no question. And so now at 2-3, the Raiders look to start a winning streak here, as their next stop will be on the road at Brookline on Friday. Well, that does it for this episode, but more exciting Raiders action is coming your way right here on Raiders Sports Block. So stay with Wellesley Media as we keep you covered with all Raiders sports. Check us out on demand at wellesleymedia.org, our YouTube and Facebook pages at Wellesley Public Media, and right here on Comcast 9 and Verizon 39.